Hello. Welcome back. Imagine if you were a child who loved painting, who had dreams of becoming a famous artist when they grew up, but instead of that, you wind up becoming a
Painting with fire. She had always loved painting, ever since she was a little girl. She would spend hours in her room, creating colorful landscapes and portraits with her brushes and paints. She dreamed of becoming a famous artist someday, but life had other plans for her. She was recruited by a secret organization when she was 18, after they discovered her exceptional skills in hacking, languages, and combat. They offered her a chance to serve her country and save lives, and she accepted. She became one of their best agents, taking on dangerous missions around the world. She had many aliases, but no real identity. She was always on the move, never staying in one place for too long. She had no friends, no family, no attachments. She had to lie to everyone she met, even to herself. She had to suppress her emotions, her desires, her dreams. She had to be cold, ruthless, efficient. She had to be a spy. But she never stopped painting. It was her only outlet, her only escape. She would sneak into art galleries and museums whenever she had a chance, admiring the works of the masters. She would buy sketchbooks and pencils, and draw whatever came to her mind. She would hide her paintings in safe houses and hotels, hoping that someone would find them and appreciate them. She wanted to share her art with the world, but she couldn't. She wanted to be free, but she wasn't. She wanted to be herself, but she didn't know who she was. One day, she received a new assignment. She had to infiltrate a terrorist group that was planning to attack a major city. She had to pose as a journalist and get close to their leader, a charismatic man named Omar. She had to gain his trust and find out his plans. She had to stop him. She packed her bags and boarded a plane. She put on her wig and glasses. She took out her passport and checked her name. It was Anna. She hated that name. She hated all her names. She wished she had a real name, a name that belonged to her, a name that meant something. She arrived at her destination and checked into a hotel. She set up her equipment and contacted her handler. She received her instructions and memorized them. She was ready to begin her mission. She took a taxi to the headquarters of the terrorist group. She showed her press credentials and asked for an interview with Omar. She was escorted to his office. She saw him sitting behind a desk, surrounded by maps and papers. He looked up and smiled. He had dark eyes and a beard. He was handsome. She felt a pang of attraction. She ignored it. She introduced herself as Anna and shook his hand. He invited her to sit down and offered her a drink. He asked her what she wanted to know. She asked him about his cause, his goals, his methods. He answered with passion and conviction. He spoke of injustice, oppression, resistance. He spoke of freedom, peace, justice. He spoke of God. She listened and nodded. She pretended to be interested and sympathetic. She recorded everything he said. She looked for clues, hints, gaps. She probed and questioned. She was careful and subtle. She was a spy. But she was also a woman. And as she talked to him, she felt something she hadn't felt in a long time. She felt a connection, a spark, a warmth. She felt alive. She realized that he was not a monster, not a fanatic, not a villain. He was a human, a leader, a visionary. He had a story, a purpose, a soul. He had a name. Omar. She liked that name. She liked him. She wanted to know more about him, not as a target, but as a person. She wanted to talk to him, not as a spy, but as a friend. She wanted to be with him, not as an enemy, but as a lover. She wanted to be Anna, not a spy. She made a decision. She decided to quit her job and pursue her passion. She decided to reinvent herself and be her actual self. She decided to betray her country and join his cause. She decided to paint a new picture of her life. She decided to be a traitor.
Well, that last word in Painting with Fire completely changes the story. And because of that, Painting with Fire will continue with part 2. I don't know when, but it will absolutely be dope. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you'll know when part 2 will be released. Finally, make sure you check out the shirt that inspired this story. I'm reinventing myself to be my actual self tee at my apparel site, justtextclothing.com. It's only $25. Okay, that's it for me now. See you in the future.